Hello, friends. My name is Erika Deery, and I am the author of a bilingual book series called the Millie book series. And these books follow Millie, who is a very clever and brave little girl, and they follow her on adventures with her best friend, Mr. Raccoon. He's a magic raccoon, and sometimes he can help by making a spell. And then that's how they start their adventures. And in one of the adventures, they go to space, and in one, they go to the ocean. There's another one where they fly a plane. But the one we're going to read today, they go around the world in a hot air balloon. And because it's in English and Spanish, I thought when I'm reading it, I'll be saying some of the words in Spanish so you can learn them too. Now, I think it's time for us to start reading that book, isn't it? Okay, I brought my book in this bag, and this is one of my favorite bags because it's really big and it's comfortable, but it also has one of my favorite characters from Latin America. Her name is Mafalda, and she's a very clever girl. So maybe when you grow a little bit more, you can ask your parents about her. But she's super clever. She loves to read. As you can see, she's reading the newspaper, because she was born before the internet. So she was reading the newspaper, and she's got a big bow, and she's got a really big imagination. And sometimes she asks grown-ups very difficult questions. So this is Mafalda. And I'm gonna find my book here. Now the book, these are my glasses, my sunnies. In Australia, we call them sunnies or lentes in Espanol. This is my face mask, not a book. How about that? Oh, hang on. That's a pen, not my book. Oh, I think I got it now. Oh, no. This is a cupcake. Do I even have a book here? Here it is. Thank goodness I could find it. All right, let's get started, shall we? So as I said, this book is called Millie and the Lost Colors in English, or in Spanish, Millie y los colores perdidos. Is there anything interesting that you can see in this picture? When I drew this book, I really enjoyed drawing the maps because as a little girl, I loved to watch or to look at maps and just imagine what would happen if I could go to one country or to a different country, and all the things and all the adventures that I would love to have. So what do you think? Do you think these little colors are a little bit of a clue? Do you think this airplane looks a bit suspicious? Maybe it's got something to do with the colors being lost? Let's find out. It was a new day, and Millie and Mr. Raccoon were ready to go out and play. But when they opened the door, the world had gone all gray. On the ground behind a tree, Millie saw a box. "What's this?" wondered Millie. Can you see the box? It's just hiding just behind that tree. And here in this sign, you can see it says Melbourne, and this is the city that I live in here in Australia. In the box, there was a map. "Could this be a clue?" asked Mr. Raccoon. "I know," said Millie. "We need to go to all these places to find the colors." Then Mr. Raccoon said some magic words. "Abracadabra, alakaboom, let's travel the world in a hot air balloon." And up to the clouds they went. First, they went to the United Kingdom, where they searched along the river. Then, near the big old clock, they found a bright red bus. Un autobús rojo. So if you're ever in England and if you're ever in London, you will see a lot of these beautiful buses that are just so bright. And this is something that I really love about this city, the brightness of their buses. They flew them to the Netherlands, where they searched through the canals. Then, in a grassy meadow, they found a delicate orange tulip. Un delicado tulipán naranja. Now, in the Netherlands, they have a lot of plantations of tulips. And this is a country that is known for their beautiful tulips from all the colors. And they also have the windmills. Next, they went to Kenya, where they explored through the savannah. Then, in the fiery sky, they found a ticklish yellow feather. Ooh, boop, boop. So lucky that this little boy was able to catch it, wasn't it? And one of the things I asked a friend from Kenya to tell me a little bit about the clothes that they would wear. Because something that was very important for me was to make sure that the clothes made sense and were appropriate. So this is one of my favorite illustrations. And as you can see, there are some giraffes behind. I hope they don't find a lion. In Brazil, they danced some samba. They paraded through the carnival. Then, on the tropical sand, they found a speedy green soccer ball. Encontraron un veloz balón verde. Goal! Do you like to play soccer or football? In Mexico, they played with the mariachis. They looked in the plaza and they looked in the fountains. Then, in the lively markets, they found a tasty blue corn cob. Encontraron un sabroso elote azul. Now, this is a picture of my hometown in Mexico. It's called Guadalajara. And in Guadalajara, if you go to the center of the city, to the downtown, you can see the mariachis and they're playing beautiful music. And we have a lot of markets and we do have blue corn. So if you ever see a Mexican restaurant or something like that, they might have blue corn tortillas or blue corn chips, and they actually taste just as delicious as other corns. When they arrived in India, they searched over the city, and near the magnificent palace, they found a silky indigo scarf. Encontraron una sedosa bufanda índigo. Indigo is a color that we use in our jeans, for example, our denim, and it comes from India. So I thought it was really appropriate to put that. And one of my best friends is from India. So she also helped me illustrate this little girl here. And the people so this is an illustration from the city of Mumbai. And women there used to drape their saris as pants. So I thought that was really cool. And obviously she's wearing beautiful flowers as well. The last stop was Japan. They walked in their busy streets and near the cherry trees. Then, near the ancient temple, they found a beautiful violet kimono. So this is a kimono that they found. Now, kimonos are really special and they're really expensive. So I like to think that Millie met this little girl and she actually gave it to her as a present. Or maybe she helped her find the kimono. What do you think? Can you think of another story in this or any other of the other countries? And of course, Mr. Raccoon is here, always helping. It's time to get back home, said Millie. To Australia, said Mr. Raccoon. And they're taking the treasure box with all the stuff they found. But the world's still looking a bit gray, isn't it? They flew their balloon for hours and hours until they landed. They arrived in Melbourne. So this is the city of Melbourne. And I took this photo from a very tall building. And then I made it into my illustration style. This is the art center. This is a museum. This is a building called the Eureka Tower. And I love this view. I love this view. Millie and Mr. Raccoon carefully lined up all the items they had gathered. A tiny sun ray came out of the clouds and sparkled a little bit of light. Could it be that the colors would come back? What do you think? Are the colors going to come back? Or is everything going to stay gray? A rainbow, said Millie. Un arco iris. Before their eyes, all the colors started to appear. Red, rojo, orange, naranja, yellow, amarillo, green, verde, azul, blue, sorry, I said that, blue, azul, indigo, indigo, violet, violeta. So all the colors seem to be coming back magically. That day, Millie and Mr. Raccoon danced among the colors, and the world was gray no more. The end. And they're excited and they're dancing because now the world is colorful again. And as you can see, the end. As you can see, this is the same picture I have on my wall because I love it so much, and I loved making it and discovering all those little details in the different buildings. The end. Okay, kids, I hope you enjoyed this book. As I said, I'm Erika Deery, and if you would like to know more, you can find me on milliebooks.com. See you soon. Hasta luego.